What's up, guys? It's the Real with Neil podcast, and what we're going to do, we're going to get straight into it. So I want to provide 4 tips on what we could do to get prepared for home ownership in 2025. 4 tips on what we could be able to do to get prepared for home ownership in 2025. I've had people tell me, hey, Beneal, it's going to be a year before I buy. It's going to be 6 months before I buy. And what I would say to that is that just because you are buying at a later time does not mean that you cannot go ahead and start getting prepared now. Getting a checking account started, however you want to label it and be creative, that's absolutely fine. But the goal of that account is to be able to save up for your home ownership journey. We want to make sure that we have money for moving. So with moving, you may want to hire a moving company. That's a cost. Or you may want to say, hey, I don't want to use a moving company. I'm just going to get some friends from my local area or maybe my church home, and I'm just going to rent a U-Haul and I'm just going to move that way. And that's cool. I've actually done that. My wife and I, we had a few church members that helped us move into our new place. We fed them pizza, paid them. And you may want to do it that way. But whichever way you want to do it, if it's moving company or through a U-Haul and just some friends, it's still going to be a cost. The second thing is we want to make sure that we have money set aside for a home inspection. A home inspection, we get an assessment of the property's condition. It can run anywhere between $350 and up, depending on the square footage of the house. It can be even more, and it varies from state to state. But it's not mandatory for you to get a home inspection, but it's highly recommended that you do it. Also, third thing, you're going to want to clean your house, or you may hire somebody to clean it. If you don't go that route and you just say, hey, I want to do it myself, you got Fabuloso and Pine-Sol and bleach and Windex and broom and mop and vacuum. Utilities are going to need to be transferred and also set up. Having an account that you are saving or putting money in right now, that'll help you with the home buying process. Second thing I will recommend is define what your criteria is. I need to define what my wants and my needs are in a home. So I'm going to take a piece of paper and I'm going to write down wants and I'm going to write down needs. What is it that I need in a home? What is it that I would like? And so with me, I have a newborn baby and I have a little puppy that's 12 pounds. A fenced-in backyard is going to be essential, and it's going to add value to me because I can confirm and know that my dog is secure within this area because of it being fenced in. And also 2 bathrooms. 2 bathrooms is going to be very important to me. It's going to be a need as well. The reason being is because my wife can have her space and I can be able to have my space. That is important to me. A want may be a covered patio, but it may not necessarily be a need. Goal is to be able to get as many wants as possible, but at the same time, we want to make sure that we got the needs covered. We want to define what our budget is. How much is it that we can afford? You don't want to find yourself house poor because you may have a daycare expense. You may be taking care of somebody that may be sick. And just because you are pre-approved for $300,000 doesn't mean necessarily that you have to buy a home that's $300,000. What may better fit your financial situation, buying a house for $200,000, and it may meet those basic needs, and maybe you can be able to enhance it or add on to different things at a later time once your financial situation change. But these are different things that I would recommend: is defining what your budget is, making sure that you define your criteria. Also, we need to make sure that we open up an account. And last but not least, we need to speak with a lender. That's one thing my wife and I did in the process of buying the home, is speak with a lender. What exactly do we need to do to put us in a position to be able to move to the next level with home ownership? And get a game plan. If it's 6 months from now, a year from now, what exactly do we need to do? And that is exactly what we're working on right now, is working towards home ownership, putting ourselves in the best position for our family. So I hope that these 4 tips helped you. I hope that it brought some type of understanding, that you learned something, that, hey, I need to open up an account for home ownership. I need to write down what I want and need in a home. I need to define what my budget is and understand that. Let me be the motivation that you can be able to overcome that fear, because the lender is there to help you. Get a game plan on what you need to do. So don't be embarrassed, don't be afraid. And if you are afraid, do it afraid. Because I was afraid when I spoke with a lender, and I'm an agent, because I was embarrassed. And I realized I came out confident because I said, wow, I'm not that bad off. And so these are different things that are important to me that I want to share with you that my wife and I are in the process of doing. Hope they helped. If you need any more insight or any more education on buying a home, I'm definitely here to help. And I hope that you have an awesome day. My information is in the link description. Please feel free to subscribe and share.